everyone, and welcome to the historic Gittone Stadium here in Vineland, New Jersey for tonight's field hockey match. Apologies. Tonight we have Vineland versus Millville. The lineup will be shown shortly. Tonight, here for this amazing match, I am your commentator, William Miller, and I will be commentating and giving a play-by-play on the whole game tonight. Right now, both fields are in a huddle, trying to figure out what they are going to do in this game, so that way they can win. As it looks like Millville is getting hyped up as they're getting ready to start the game. Teams heading out onto the field, it looks like we have number 14 on Millville, which is Sarah Evans, as well as number 12, Cameron Price, number 8 of Brooke Powers, and then on the Vineland side, it looks like we have number 15 of Yedelis Roman Rodriguez, as well as number 26 of Kira Herring. Number 7 starting with the ball, Sydney Kronk. Passes to number 12. Vineland heading over to Millville's net very quickly, as it looks like the ball is being switched off. Switching back to Millville. Switching back to Vineland again. Millville has the ball again. Looks like the number 12 fighting for the ball with Millville's number 22 of Bryn and Andres. Millville starts off the ball. Number 1 of Deshira Jones. Looks like number 12, Georgina Challo, has the ball back, hits it off. Vineland is just able to get the ball back again. Fighting hard for that. Number 13 has the ball. Running over to the Vineland net. Fighting hard to keep that away to the net. And it looks like they hit it out right behind the net before they could get it to take a shot. Looks like number 2 hitting the ball back in on Millville. Millville gets the ball back, takes a shot on goal. Takes a shot on goal and gets it in. That will be a point for Millville. Looks like it's going to switch back over to number 3. Millville starting to head for the goal again. Passes it to the number 8. Fighting hard with Vineland. Vineland defends, pushing the ball back over to Millville's side, but it looks like they... Oh. Vineland hits the ball back in. Millville gets the ball. Vineland hits the ball over to Millville. Millville hits it back. And it looks like Millville starts it off, passes it over. Vineland is able to receive the ball. Millville quickly heading over to the net. Vineland was able to get possession of again to hit it. Number 14 hits it off to the side. Number 17. Number 17 hits it off, hits it over. Number 7, Sidney Crunk gets the ball back. Passes it over to number 12 of Challow. Millville gets the ball again. Just keeps it from going out of bounds, and it goes out of bounds. Vineland taking the ball back in. Millville heading swiftly over to the goal. Vineland gets it back into possession, number 12. Vineland hits it back over to Vineland. Millville is able to receive possession again as they're heading back towards the goal quite quickly. But luckily, number 3 of Chloe Morvay is able to defend it and keep it away from the goal. Number 7 of Sidney Cronk has the ball again. And quickly over to Millville's goal. Getting ever so much closer. Pass back to Vineland, number 3 of Morvay. Pass to the number 15 of Rodriguez. Hits it off. Millville gets back possession. Millville still with possession, heading desperately over to that goal. Number 13 of Ryan Lewis. Now pass over to number 28 of Emerson Lewis. Vineland bringing it back. And it'll look like it'll go back to Vineland for possession after 2 defenders try to go after Vineland, as there can only be one in field hockey. Number 3 heading over towards the goal. Back in Vineland possession again. Hits it over. Millville starting with possession. Vineland gets back possession of it. Vineland still with possession. That's number 15 of Rodriguez again. Tries to pass it over, but Millville is just able to get it back. Running over towards the goal. Vineland fighting hard to get it right back. Number 3 gets the ball back. Looks like it will go to number 12 of Georgina Chalo. Millville still has possession of the ball, getting closer to the goal. Vineland kicks it back out. Gives it back to possession of Millville. Millville heading towards the goal. Vineland fighting hard to defend. And that looks like the number 1 of Jones, who was just able to keep it away from the goal. Passing over possession back to the number 11. Like number 13 of Millville heading towards the goal. Just kicked out of bounds. Looks like that's going to be the number 1 of Jones hitting off the ball. Vineland will keep possession of the ball. Hits it off the number 14, Sarah Evans. Passed it to number 30 of Sari Kotler. Pass back over to Vineland. Vineland takes a shot on goal. And it looks like it does not count, as they were not in the circle. Millville has possession. Vineland now has possession again. Out of bounds, number 12 will hit it back in. Millville currently having possession. Oh, yep. Millville heading over to the goal, but it looks like the number 17 will keep it out of reach. Back into possession of Millville. Almost hit out of bounds. Millville heading quickly over to the goal. Takes a shot and hits it out of bounds. Looks like the number 11 will be hitting it off. Number 11 being Ryan Grover. I am sorry if I butchered that name. Millville with possession. And looks like Millville will still have possession. Oh, nope, passed over to Vineland. Vineland gets possession back. It looks like that will go back to Vineland again for possession. Hits it off. Millville regains possession of the ball, heading over towards the goal. Number 13 tries to take a hit. VHS is just able to get it back. Number 9 of Vineland able to get it back before Millville is able to get it back in their possession. Number 7 carrying it back. Millville fighting hard to get back up to that goal. Passes it. Vineland putting up quite a fight trying to keep it out. Ooh, and tumbles over. And it looks like the number 22, Andres, is going to hit it back in. Number 12 of Cameron Price goes for a shot, and it goes out of bounds. Vineland getting ready to hit it off again. Vineland hits it off, Millville able to get it, but gives possession back to Vineland. That is number 7 of Sidney Cronk. Millville receives back possession. Millville heading towards the goal. Vineland fighting to keep it away from the goal. Vineland regaining possession. Hits it off. Number 28 of Millville heading straight back for the goal. Millville gets back possession. Fighting hard to get to that goal. Number 7 of Cronk will hit it off. Millville grabs possession again. Millville goes for a shot. And Vineland is just able to keep it out. And that looks like that is the end of the first quarter. Looks like they're going for a shot on goal. And it looks like Millville is able to make it in. That is the number, looked like 28 of Emerson Lewis. Right now, it's 0-2, Millville up. Looks like we have a good game on our hands today on this very cloudy day. Hopefully, it doesn't rain. We're going to be running the lineups again for both Millville and Vineland. Looks like the teams are heading back onto the field. Looks like the number 7 of Kronk will be starting off the ball again. Hits it off to the number 12. And it looks like Vineland will get back possession again. Number 12 hits it off to the number 17. Millville gaining possession. Starting off the ball. Number 3 is able to get the ball back, as both the number 3 of Vineland and the number 3 of Millville were both fighting for that ball. Number 15 fighting. Moving the ball closer to goal. But it looks like Millville is going to get repossession of that ball. Vineland keeps the ball in possession. Hits it back in after going out of bounds. Number 7 has the ball. Headed towards the goal. Number 12 of Vineland has possession. Hits it towards the goal, and it looks like that will be no goal. Millville starts off the ball. Kicking it. Vineland able to get repossession. Vineland hits it off. Number 20 has the number 3 of Millville, fighting with the number 12 of Vineland. Number 12 hits it off, but shoots it out of bounds. Number 43 starting off the ball. That is Lacey Evans of the number 43. Number 17 hits the ball back over to number 7 of Kronk. And it looks like Vineland still has possession. Looks like they're hitting it in. As the number 8 of Lauren Houlihan. Number 7. Passing it over. And it looks like the number 8 will get possession of it again as they have to hit it back in. Quite a rowdy crowd out here tonight. Number 7 has it. Goes for a shot. And it looks like Millville is able to get it back. Now will that go back to Vineland again? Yes, it will. Fighting hard to score a goal here. But as to be expected, as Vineland is home of the Fighting Clan. Number 7 takes a shot. Vineland fighting for it again. Millville regains possession. And it's going back to Vineland again. Vineland hits it. Looks like number 7 gets it back. And it looks like Millville now gains possession. Looked like the number 10 of Jade McDowell. Number 27 hitting it back in apologies. Number 17 hitting it back in. Looks like the number 1 for Vineland. It's fighting for the ball against number 3 of Millville. Number 11 of Rian Grover starting off the ball again. Millville tries to gain possession and has caught possession of the ball. Millville hits it in. Millville heading towards the goal. Goes for a shot. Passes it to a teammate. Vineland now has repossession of the ball. Hits it over. Vineland regaining possession. Millville being able to get to the ball as the number 8 comes over to fight for it. Vineland has possession. Passing it over to the number 12, who hits it into the circle. And that looks like it will be possession for Vineland again, hitting it in. Vineland goes for the shot. And circle. Hits the ball. Vineland keeping it in. Millville trying to keep it out of the circle. And it looks like Millville was able to successfully defend. But Vineland gets possession back of the ball again. And it looks like Vineland has hit the ball out of bounds. Millville starting with the ball. Vineland able to gain repossession of the ball. still keeping possession, as they now have to pass it over to Millville. Of the number 10, McDowell. Number 17 hitting the ball back in. Vineland regaining possession. Hits it over. Number 7 fighting for the ball. Vineland still keeping possession of the ball, heading towards the goal. Number 27 passes it back over to Millville for possession. But it looks like the number 7 has the ball in possession. Shoots into the circle. Still has possession. Millville able to keep it out. Millville heading quickly over to the goal. Number 3 of Vineland just able to trip them up and able to get the ball back. Number 9 of Vineland. Sorry if I butcher this name, Gianella DeFeo. Millville hitting the ball back in. Head towards goal as the number 3. Vineland able to gain repossession of the ball. Vineland still keeping possession. Number 28 of Millville passes the ball over to the number 13. Hits it up. And that looks like it'll go back to Vineland. Number 12 of Vineland hitting it off. Houlihan fighting hard. Possession will still continue to stay with Vineland. Vineland hits it into the circle. Millville just able to keep it out of the circle, but Vineland hits it back in. And it looks like Vineland will be starting a shot on the outer rim of the circle. Hits it over. And it looks like Millville will have possession. Millville bringing the ball quickly over to the goal. And very quickly towards the goal. Number 17 fighting to keep it away. Number 13 goes to try and take a shot, but it is blocked. Vineland with possession. Vineland still with possession, able to keep it away. As it is hit out of bounds. Vineland still keeping possession. Number 17 hits it back in. As number 7 is able... Ooh, is fighting hard. Millville hits it up. Possession back to Vineland. Nope. Possession to Millville. Number 12 heading quickly over the field. Retaining possession of the ball. Out of bounds. as Vineland gets to hit it back in. Millville gains possession, although Vineland isn't going to let that go without a fight. Number 12 goes to hit it. Moving again over to the circle and hits it out of bounds. Millville starting off the ball. That's passed to the number 15 of Rodriguez. Number 28 carrying the ball over to the other side of the field. Vineland regaining possession. As it looks like Vineland will still keep possession. Number 17 hits it off, as the number 22 is able to intercept it. And that looks to be the end of the second quarter. All right, this is halftime. We are going to take a short break, and we will be right back. welcome back to the second half of field hockey today. I am your commentator, William Miller, out here on this cloudy day. And it looks like Millville is going to be starting it off this time. That is the number 13, whom is Ryan Lewis. As she passes it to the number 22 and passed over back to the number 28. Millville keeps possession. The number 28 hits it up. Number 8 gains possession of the ball on Millville. Number 28 takes a shot, but Vineland is able to keep it out of their goal, as Vineland and Millville have also switched sides. Millville still has possession of the ball, heading towards Vineland's goal. But it looks like the number 12 of Vineland is able to keep it away from him and push it back to Millville's goal. Although Millville putting up a tight defense. And with that, gaining back possession of the ball. Number 12 of Price, able to keep the ball, goes for a shot. But it looks like it's going to go back to possession of Vineland. As the number 17 hit it off, Pierce. Number 22 gains possession. Number 12 of Vineland seems to have possession. Hits it off. And it looks like Vineland will keep possession after some conversation with the referee. Vineland heading towards Millville's goal as the number 7 of Sidney Kronk. Ooh. Vineland heading towards the goal. And Millville is able to get possession. As the number 12 of Price on Millville, who had possession, and still has possession, hitting it off. Hits it off towards Vineland's goal. Millville hits it over, and Vineland is able to keep it out of the goal. Thanks to the number 50 of Arisdelci Acevedo. Apologies if I have butchered that name. Number 22 hitting it off. Millville brings it closer to the goal. Takes a shot and hits it out of bounds. That was a close one, though. Vineland hits it off, but Millville is able to regain possession. Hits it towards the goal again. Goalie kicks it back out. Millville hits it, and it just goes out of bounds again, taking a lot of shots on goal. Number 8 of Millville, Powers. Passes it to the number 27, but the number 30 of Sorry, Kotler is able to keep it in possession, but Vineland. It looks like Millville is going to have possession to hit it off. Passes it to the number 30. Millville still has possession, passes it back to the 22. Number 22 fighting through. And it looks like Millville is going to hit it off from the end line. Millville hits it off to the number 12. Number 12 hits it over to the number 8. And it looks like Vineland will regain possession of the ball. Millville takes it back and keeps possession. Number 28 has the ball of Millville. Brings it over, but Vineland is able to put up a tight defense. And it looks like Millville is going to be hitting it back in again. Number 28 has the ball, fighting with the number 12 of Vineland, Shallow. Number 28 has the ball again. Fighting with the number 19 of Olivia Vertoli. Millville hitting it back in. Vineland putting up a tight defense, and it goes into the side of the goal. Millville starting off with the ball again. Windy day up here in the stands. Number 22 of Millville hits it over, but is intercepted by the number 7 of Vineland. But it looks like Millville will regain possession again. Millville starts with the ball again, and Vineland hits it out of the circle. As the number 28 of Millville headed towards the goal. Passing it over to the number 13. Vineland putting up a defense to keep it out of the circle. And it looks as if Millville is going to be hitting in the ball from the end line again. Millville hits in the ball. Hits it again. Towards the goal, and that is a goal for Millville. Millville now up 3-0. Looks like Vineland hitting the ball back inbounds. Number 8 of Vineland heading towards Millville's goal, but Millville is able to swipe it back. Millville heading the ball back over towards Vineland's goal, but ooh! And it looks like Millville will gain possession of the ball. Millville passes it through the legs of the rest of Vineland. Number 13 heading up towards the goal. Heading quickly. Oh, but it's just hit out of bounds. Really good run there by Millville. As it looks like the number 22 of Millville will be hitting it in. Millville hits it in. Passes it. Vineland trying to swipe it back. And Millville takes another shot on goal. That will now be... Millville is now up to 4 points. To clarify, we are a bit confused on whether or not that was a legal goal, so we are going to set back the score to 3-0 Millville. As it seems, it did not count as a goal as they started, as they did not start back in the middle of the field. Millville hitting the ball back in. And it looks like the number 7 of Kronk is able to keep it. Vineland regaining possession. Vineland hits it. Number 7 of Vineland starts bringing the ball closer to Millville's net. And it looks like Vineland will be hitting it in. And hitting it in again. Looks like Millville will now gain possession of the ball. Millville hits it over. As the number 16 of Vineland. Or apologies, the number 27 of Vineland. Vineland hitting it off. Still keeping possession. Number 12 going fiercely over to the number 30. Number 1 of Jones going for that ball. Number 11 of Grover fighting with number 30 to get possession of the ball. And it looks like Vineland will take possession of that ball. Millville gains possession, however. And it goes back to Vineland for possession. Number 11 hits it off. And that is the end of the third quarter. Tough game out here today on this cloudy day. New information coming in, and it seems that goal did not count, so the score is still 3-0, Millville up. And it looks like teams are heading back onto the field. Millville with possession of the ball, heading over towards Vineland's goal. As the number 40 of Aubrey Parent fighting for that ball. As she hits it off, yet it goes out of bounds. Vineland hits it back, as it looks like they will keep possession of the ball. Vineland still keeping possession. Hits the ball over towards Millville's goal. Goes in a circle. Number 8 of Vineland gets the ball. Looks like Millville regains possession of the ball, but Vineland heading back towards the goal. And it looks like Vineland will be hitting the ball in. That will be the number 8 of Houlihan. Number 8 hits it in. Passes it to the number 7 of Kronk. Kronk passes it through. Number 7 fighting for it. Vineland hits the ball. Oh, and it just goes out of bounds. Vineland fighting really hard in this final quarter of the game. And it looks like Vineland will also be hitting it back in again for another chance to score on goal. Passes it to the number 12. And it looks like Vineland will be hitting it again for another shot at goal. Vineland heads towards the goal, takes a shot. And it looks like that will go back over to Millville. Millville heading quickly to the other side of the field with the ball. As the number 30 of Millville fighting with the number 12 of Vineland. Number 30 of Millville passes it over to the number 22. Passes it into the circle. Number 3 trying to gain back position on that ball. Number 3 of Vineland hits it over. But the number 28 is able to intercept it. Passes it over. And it goes out of bounds. Millville keeps the possession of the ball, however. Number 28 starting off. Passes the ball in. Vineland regains possession, hits it as hard as they can. Millville stops it. Millville starts using it to head back over to their goal. As the number 8 of Millville, currently with the ball, heads over, but is not able to make a shot on goal. Looks like Millville will be hitting it in for a shot on goal, possibly. hits it in. Number 28 passes it over. And it goes out of bounds again. Millville regains possession. Fighting Vineland for the ball, but Vineland gets possession of the ball again as number 12. Vineland still retaining possession. Hits it over. Millville intercepts it. Hits it back over to the number 12. Vineland regains possession. Looks like the number 12 of Jones. Millville intercepts it again. Number 7, Kronk. Number 8 of Millville keeps the ball. Passes it over to the number 23, of which we do not seem to have on our roster. Millville hits in the ball, passes it to number 12. Number 12 passes it into the circle, and it just goes out of bounds again. Although now this time it looks like Vineland has possession of the ball. Vineland hits it. Millville gains possession of it again. Vineland back with possession. Hits it over. The number 12 has it. Number 8, Houlihan has it, heading towards the goal, but is stopped by number 10 of Millville. Number 7 hits it back over. Vineland heading over to Millville's goal. Vineland keeps possession. Millville able to keep it out of their circle. Vineland able to regain possession, though, as the number 15 of Rodriguez. Millville regains possession, however. Hits it over to the number 12. And it looks like Millville will be hitting in again to possibly try and take a shot on goal. Millville hits it in, but it goes just out of the circle. Number 28 currently has the ball. Passes it over to the number 12. Number 12 able to get past Vineland's defenses. Millville keeping possession. Looks like the number 2 still has the ball. And it looks like the number 28 will be hitting off. '22 hits over the ball. And it goes out of bounds. Millville hits the ball in. Looks like the number 28 of Millville. Millville still regains possession. Or, sorry, retains possession. As the number 3 of Casey Gribble hitting it in. Number 13 of Lewis. Back to number 28. Vineland hits it off, but Millville is able to intercept it again. Number 3 of Millville quickly moving. Millville taking it closer to the goal and just passes it out of bounds. Vineland retains possession. Millville keeping the pressure on. Moving quickly over to Vineland's goal. Number 22 of Millville hits it over. Passes it to the number 28. Number 28 fiercely moving. And Vineland is just able to defend it to stop Millville from scoring. Thanks to their goalie, number 50 of Acevedo. Number 1 of Jones starting it off. Millville regaining possession. Number 10 of Millville restarting it back off. Possession goes back to Vineland. Number 12 hits it off. Looks like the number 24 of Carly Davidson going for the ball. Vineland hits it into the circle. Looks like the number 12 going after the number 40 of Aubrey Parent. Millville regains possession. Vineland gets possession back. Hits it into the circle. Millville intercepts it. Millville quickly heading back over to Vineland's goal. Passes it over. Vineland regains possession. Millville taking it back again. Number 22 of Millville going up. Millville takes a shot on goal and just goes out of bounds. And that looks to be the end of today's game. Millville winning 3-0. Tough match here today. Looks like the sky is just starting to open up. Thank the wonderful crew here at VPS Broadcasting, both our camera operators as well as our producer. And be sure to check out the VPS Broadcasting YouTube channel for sports, events, anything Vineland Public Schools related. I am your announcer, William Miller, and have a wonderful night.